Redskins! Frick us up, dude. We got music and stuff, dude. We're like a real production. Hell yeah, man. This is Tuna and the Sheriff. I'm Sheriff Joe Baggs. Joining as always, obviously, Tuna. Good evening, dude.
Hello. Happy Monday.
Weak shirt, by the way. Fire.
MVP. Hell of a day to wear the MVP shirt because you feel like an MVP if you're a Rams fan. Happy free agency to all those who celebrate. Happy free agency.
Dude, we're going wild, too, man. It's been a good time to be a Rams fan. There's not a lot bad to be a Rams fan pre-27 or post-2017. But either way, man, like, feeling good or fired up about it. We got tunes playing for you, which is very fun. We're going to work with that a little bit more as we creep into Tuna and the Sheriff V2, kind of the next era for the season 2 of this show. So fired up about it, but more fired up. Dude, we got some new homies to chat about, which is rather exciting. Yeah. Keep your shirt on.
I got you.
Oh well,
I got you.
I've got the Ram Showcase shirt. He's got that shirt on. But yeah.
Talk about these
guys. Yeah, man. Bringing over from the Midwest.
Big free agency news. Rams get their guy. Let's go. This is the news we were all waiting for. Addressing needs, attacking aggressively in free agency. Rams bring home their guy. This is.
You can never go wrong when you sign a Joe. You know, those are the rules.
What do you know?
Those do you well.
Joe's no ball. Let's see. Ray's hyped in here. Ray knows what's up. That's right.
Woo. Yeah. Joey Cards. I don't know if I like that nickname, Moody. I'm not sure if that's the right one.
No. Big actual real big news. That is pretty important. They did bring over Bubba Ventrone to run the special teams. He brings over long snapper Joe Cardona. That was announced, I think, like an hour or two ago. He coached Joe while he was an assistant special teams coach in New England. So familiarity there. He brings over somebody that obviously works well with him. They agreed to fucking come play for him. So I think this is awesome. But the actual big news, sorry to pull the ripcord on you or pull the rug on you.
You got me, dude.
We got real ones. I did not tell Joe that I made that graphic for the long snapper. But this is the big one here. This is the big one.
Dude, I'm so fired up about this, bro. Like, we literally had like a major need coming into the offseason. Feels like we've already addressed it in a major way. We'll see if, as far as what the Rams do with the other remaining members that we are kind of awaiting word. We do know that Darius Williams, Jacksonville product, has officially announced his retirement, so no longer rolling with him. It kind of sounds like and feels like, smells like, feels like, sounds like that Kobe Durant's not going to be coming back around. So to add McDuffie, to add Watson, I am absolutely fired up about this, man. No complaints on my end. Talking to Chiefs fans today, lots of unhappiness except for their running back signing. But as far as secondary goes, they're like, damn, dude, what are we going to do out here? So
kind of a bummer. It was one of those things that Chiefs fans weren't surprised. Like, I think they were hoping like maybe they can keep one of them. When McDuffie went out the door, just kind of browsing through Chiefs Reddit, some were hopeful. They're like, yeah, you'd be able to keep Watson because Kelsey's not going to sign expensive. Oh, damn, we get Kenneth Walker. Okay, we should. Nope, never mind. Watson's out the door. We got nobody. But they do have the pick 9. They should be able to, go get Delane or Jamon McCoy. But before we keep talking about how important this is to the defense, we got a super chat, Mr. Kamal.
Yeah, we'll talk about Kamal here.
Hey, let's go.
Appreciate that.
Say some kind words to Kamal. Say some kind words.
Dude, okay, so there's a number of people that we have that are regulars here. They participate with us, and I also understand that there's regulars here who do not comment, who do not participate, who do not interact. We love you just as hard.
Those are my favorite. Those are my favorites.
But some of the people that have been here, Kamal, you are absolutely 1,000% in the top portion of this, man. The support that you have shared with us, man, is unbelievable. I mean, truly, like, from the bottom of my heart, I absolutely appreciate it. So many people, but especially you right here, man. I mean, that's a big comment there, man. Minus Grassi. That's good stuff there. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you being here. And dude, you have a sweet time to be hanging out with us on this show because not only is it cool right now, but it figures to be pretty cool for the next few months at least. That's good news, man.
Yeah,
Hell yeah,
so
man. Appreciate you being here.
And I said, no, appreciate you, Kamal. I appreciate everybody. If you have not, we do have super chats and memberships to keep this train rolling. That gives us ability to take a little bit more time out of our 9 to 5, so that way we can actually keep adding the high quality level that we want to do this. So appreciate you guys. But let's dive back into this defense, dude. What is the takeaway? I know there's a bigger picture here. They're not done.
Yeah.
Not to say that they're going to keep dropping big bags onto free agency, but they should supplement some guys and bring in some contributors. But these two in particular, how fast they happened in the legal tampering period, what does that tell you of what to expect from the defense in the rest of this offseason and then potentially for 2026?
Well, I'll be honest, this feels a lot like it's not just an Aubrey Pleasant kind of issue where they decided to move on from him, but it does very much feel like maybe there was a conversation had about something along the lines of like, hey, Shula, what can we do? What do you need to get this defense to run the way you need it to? And maybe in a closed door conversation, that was, I need better corners. And it was addressed in a heavy way already. So no complaints on my end there. Watson, obviously, that's going to be official on Wednesday. McDuffie is already official. That was a trade. So we got that and the extension rolling for him. And good news on the extension, by the way. It's like, I know that everybody's kind of looking at it as like this massive deal. But with 2026 not being impacted from that extension, it kind of feels like the Rams are kind of viewing that a little bit different as like an added year and lower AAV over the course, which is kind of nice. I think that the Rams kind of wiggled their way into a contract that sounds very large, but actually is kind of spread out kind of nice. So
yeah, cap doesn't exist, as Mudeeb just said.
Yeah, for sure.
Learned a little. You know what? Funny enough, I learned a little bit from Stick to the Model, that website, because it is, as much as I nerd out on the cap and understanding team structure and team building, salary cap is very confusing at times, and how you can decide, hey, it's going to impact this year versus this year. Like, you can change it however you want to. When you do extensions on there, it doesn't counter from what they're currently making this year. Like, you still have your contract for this year. The extension kicks in after the season starts. Like, so him getting a 3-year deal, it's actually, is it a 4-year deal for McDuffie?
It was a 4-year 124, but the Rams, I guess that kind of means it's like a 5-year 130,
because he's got his 14 or whatever it is for this year.
He's on a 5th-year option this year. So
yeah, so they're going to exercise that. So he's going to get paid his 5th-year option amount, and then starting next offseason is when this new contract kicks in. So when they talk about my best guess, when they do talk about kicking the can down the road, when they backload signing bonuses, when they back end, like, hey, you're going to make your money on the back end, they have the ability to do that, but it takes incredible buy-in. The reason why everybody can't do it, and expat says right there exactly, Tony Pastors as well.
Yeah, that's the one I tried to hit.
Yeah, Tony Pastors, nobody ever talks about him. Everyone, Les Snead gets all the attention, and McVay, but Tony Pastors is like a secret weapon. I think Gladstone took a lot from him over to Jacksonville. And like I was saying, not everybody can do it. It's like, oh, why doesn't everybody just figure out the math? You have to get buy-in from your players. You have to be good at football as a team. You have to win because they're trusting you. They're trusting you. They're not going to kind of fuck them over in 2 or 3 years if they go downhill. I think the Rams have kind of shown either they're going to treat you right or they're just going to trade you for a 7th-round pick. There's no in between.
No, and I love that though, man. It's like, like, I don't care what you've done. Are you still good now? Can you still get it done now? Can you make a play today? Like, no, I don't care. You made a play last week. Can you do it today? And if that answer is, well, I feel like this guy can make the play. Okay, well, let's let that guy make the play. See ya. Like, have a good one, man. I love the way that this team handles this right now, man. It's because obviously we love our players and stuff like that, but it's one of those situations where, I mean, this team is most loyal to winning, and that's over, fan favorites. That's over coaching. That's over a lot of things. This team they favor winning overall. They don't care if they're going to hurt some feelings or get this player mad at them a little bit. If they think they're done and they think it's time to move on. So I think that we are almost seeing like because there's so many people returning to the Rams this year, and mainly on offense, in fairness. But it feels like the defense is going to look different. It's going to have a different energy to it. We have different coaches. Obviously, not a new DC, but I think that secondary switch is going to be huge. I think that's it's the players. Obviously, we're getting a lot of a shakeup there. So I'm excited about it, man. But yeah, winning is winning above all, man. That's what we're here for. We're here to win some football games, and this beats the hell out of keeping guys around because, well, they're a really good guy and they've done a lot for us. Meanwhile, we're winning 1-2 games a year, so that's cool. That's fun to be all kumbaya and stuff like that. But I like to win football games, man. That's way more cool recently since we've had this like more hardened like, sorry, dude, you're done. You're out. Thanks, man. Thanks for everything. And sometimes those players go and do well other places. But oh well, okay. So what? Like that's the thing too, is that I know a lot of Rams fans think it's like, well, if he's good there, then he should have been good for us. It's like, I imagine the Tutu Atwell's probably going to look better than he ever has as a Ram this upcoming year. And everybody's going to say we shouldn't have gotten rid of him. And I'm going to say, no, we should have. This is what was supposed to happen, man. We was never going to do this with us. He's going to do it there.
Should have traded him 2 years ago. And I mean that wholeheartedly for his benefit, because now knowing, hindsight's 2020, but I just hate when a player is kind of held hostage. Like Stafford being held hostage in Detroit for all those years. It's like, God damn, let him free.
Well,
see what happens. You let him free.
And that's crazy too, because you can look at that situation and say that if they didn't do what they did to Calvin Johnson, they probably don't let Stafford do that. If like that never blew up and became a thing, then Stafford probably he's probably retired already if he stays in Detroit. I imagine that he probably would have called it already if he stayed in Detroit.
Yuck.
Yeah. There's an alternate timeline where Stafford is like, that's it. He just played like 3 more years in Detroit and then like ends on like a career-ending injury because they just were getting smoked and they needed all of our first-round picks to rebuild themselves, which, by the way, their Super Bowl was a playoff win against us, and they haven't even won a playoff game since, so that's cool.
Ever since halftime of that NFC Championship game against San Francisco, they've kind of been trying to just stay ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. I don't think that they're done. I don't think their window was closed. I know most people do. I just think Jared Goff is at least decent enough of a quarterback where he can withstand like the brutality that will come like an 8-9 season in Detroit and all the yelling about people wanting to get rid of him and fuck his contract and this and that. I think he can withstand it and then play good again the next year. And everyone's like, oh, we actually loved Goff this whole time. I say it's interesting to see what'll happen because this is Dan Campbell's first, like, okay, you had some success. You almost got it done.
Yeah.
But now here's some adversity. How do you now build a team out of that? Like you were able to build a team from shit, but how do you do it when you're like, now you're expected to win? It's a little bit different to keep winning. And adding that back to the Rams of wanting to just keep winning and keep winning. They have been pretty aggressive even before the players came out, like having Jimmy Lake take over the defensive backs instead of God, I forgot his name already. I move on quickly.
Wow.
AP.
I still love and respect Aubrey Pleasant forever.
It's just brain fart. Sorry, it's just brain fart. He absolutely I think it's a change in direction of how they approach even playing on the field, not just from the X's and O's perspective, but just a mindset. Whatever Aubrey Pleasant was doing, I don't know if it's just as repetitive as Sean, like it wasn't a different voice because he gives off McVay energy. Like how he talks, he's very very active, very high energy. Maybe it just wasn't working on the defense. Shit matters. That's
the thing, is there's so many different aspects of it. My favorite Aubrey Pleasant thing, by the way, ever was when I just saw it again recently because that ML football Twitter page loves to just rehash old stuff. But they posted the Ethan Evans squatting like 4 million pounds or whatever, and Aubrey Pleasant just behind him like. That one just cracks me up, man. That's a fun one.
I did see that circulate last week. I was like, isn't this like 2 years ago?
It's like
we've all known.
What are we doing, guys? Yeah, we know our punter could kick your ass. What are you trying to prove? But it's also the thing too that like Aubrey Pleasant, it's not like he leaves the building and now like they just flush everything that they ever learned from him. It's like that stuff is still there. Those core principles that Aubrey Pleasant was able to impart are still very much present. Obviously not for McDuffie and Watson because they weren't part of that coaching staff. But I also think that that's a good thing, man. We need some fresh blood in here. You can have the same badass team year in and year out. You could probably you can still not go all the way. You know what I mean? It's like I point to a team like the Ravens or something like that, a team that every single year you look at them and you're like, God, this team is loaded, man. This team is fire. And then they come in, they're like, fine. It's like, well, they need some big changes there. And that's what they did this year. So I'm actually kind of curious to see what happens there. But either way, man, I think that the Rams needed some changes where they've made them. And clearly, I mean, you change out your coach for a guy who's been here, in fairness, Jimmy Lake. And then you also add that new blood in McDuffie and Watson. And I just think you took your weakness and addressed it immediately. You know what I mean? That's awesome. Yeah. That's exactly what we wanted to see. So we've been in it's not even the new league year yet. And I'm already loving this offseason for the Rams. It's been awesome.
And the biggest thing for me, I've been pretty adamant about this. This is not to shit on Aubrey Pleasant at all. I just think that's just and there's no official accounting saying like, oh yeah, we had to move on from him. Mm-hmm. None of that has been true. It's just my speculation from how it just seems how the defense played, what they were missing, what they did not do on the field. They just ran a lot of shell coverage, didn't blitz exotically like you'd see the top tier teams doing, and it just didn't feel as aggressive down the stretch. And what you were missing was an inability to play man. And that man lets you mix it up. It really disguises everything, because if your disguises are all zone, it's kind of toothless when you're like threatening to blitz. It's like, I know you're playing zone. Like there's no man threat.
Yeah.
So now Sam Darnold can walk you down very easily in the NFC title game.
Of all people.
Yeah. And I think what this does, bringing in those two guys specifically, I think it's very fortuitous that they're available to get. But I think the defense was already going to transition to playing a little bit more man. The fact those two guys are there and whose defense they come from, Spags, mm-hmm. It's perfect because, hey, we want to try this thing. We need to implement new tools, new X's and O's. We need guys from a system like Spags's to run it and operate it and be familiar with it. So, yeah, it's perfect. Hey, show us what Spags was doing a little bit.
It's literally like going from screwdrivers to a power drill. You know what I mean? Like it's like, yeah, this will work. This will get the job done, but not nearly as good as you need it to. And you can get a lot more done when you hook a battery to that thing and start going. You know what I mean? So that's what I feel like we did. And yeah, that's a good thing. It's definitely certainly not a bad thing when you can when you can dramatically improve a room. Like it's like the comments are there. I mean, you look at just sports books. I don't know if you use any or anything like that. All the ones that I use, Rams are now the favorites. And then everybody, like as far as like sports media goes, like there's a lot of people, even people that have historically been like not big on Rams stuff, have even been like, oh, Rams are clear-cut favorites. And then it's also funny because like the Seahawks fans are talking about us more than we are, and that's been fun. But it's also like, guys, I realize y'all just won the Super Bowl. That's sick. That's so badass. Congratulations. Have fun with that. Hell yeah. But it's also March, and that's over. We're all building teams now. All right. And y'all have just lost a bunch of stuff. Added Shaheed. That's good. They bring him back, obviously. But Rams are out here making moves, and they're losing goals. I don't know. It's like, yeah, get your hype in there. You won the Super Bowl. That's so sick. But 31 teams are now trying to figure out how they can do that this year, and you guys are still dwelling on what you did. So you're losing people and dwelling. That's not a good mix for Seattle.
Yeah, they're going through that the standard Super Bowl winner where everybody wants your players. You're going to lose guys. And same thing I just said about the Lions. It's not particular to Seattle, but it's a winning team's problem. It's a good problem to have. Now you do have to retool. Like look what happened in 22 to the Rams. Yeah. It's hard when you're like, because the fans' mentality, like even as much as I love Muad'Dib's comment, like, hey, do we have any holes left? Everything is up for upgrade outside of Stafford. And I'll leave it at like truly, I think everything is up for upgrade. Edges, no. Running back, wide receiver, I don't care. Because you can't just rely like, oh, yeah, last year gives us evidence of how good they should be. But how many super teams have we seen all of a sudden the next year? You're like, what the fuck happened? Like, look at the Buccaneers the 2 years after they won their Super Bowl. Like, Brady was fine. He was good, but he wasn't like, oh, yeah, this is Super Bowl level. Like, they took a step back. And And to avoid that, you still have to knock it out of the park in free agency. You still got to go draft, not just holes for right now. Best player available is sound because it does set you up for the future. It gives you another piece to build around if they do become a superstar.
Yeah.
But yeah, screw you, Muad'Dib. We're happy. We're working.
I think
we're working.
What's funny about this is I absolutely agree that Rams fans can never be happy. And it seems like there's always like a major thing that is like splitting the fan base in two. That is just absolutely just ripping it apart. You know what I mean? And typically that's something, it could be like for a long time, it was City. It was like the whole lead up to the relocation was like, you're either a St. Louis fan or an LA fan. And it was like, bro, I live in Colorado. I live right in the middle of both of them. I don't care. Man.
Yeah, Denver's far away. And then the logo. All
right, Tuna's in timeout. So I don't live in Denver. I live in Colorado Springs. And yeah. Okay. One thing though I will mention about Denver, you're still in timeout here, is I got the Nuggets game on in the background over here, Tuna, and they're playing in Oklahoma City. And there was this hilarious thing, and LA people can also relate to this as far as the hilarity in this, is that they like showed a shot of the city, like the skyline, and there's just like one skyscraper in Oklahoma City. And it was like, dude, stop showing that. That's pathetic as hell, man. Y'all look dumb. So just show inside, man. That was so funny to me.
Sorry, I was outside. Were you telling a story?
No.
Did you say something?
No, it had nothing to do with you. You're good.
Okay. I missed everything. Sorry. I can't hear anything when I'm outside.
Nuggets are winning.
No, there's some good comments in here. Number one need is quality swing tackle. Lakers, no one cares about the Lakers.
I don't care about the Lakers at all. It's weird.
Yeah. Number one need is quality swing tackle. I think it's pretty high up. I think that's pretty fair. Because let me ask you, who's behind? If Alaric goes down, who's behind him?
Probably Questenberry, which is not something that, should excite you, but it shouldn't be something that you're like, oh, come on. Like, it's not one of these. It's not a.
What about if Warren goes down? What if they both get hurt? Because we've seen both guards get hurt. We've seen guard center get hurt.
I'll do it, dude. You want to see my footwork?
Let's do it. Kick step.
Dude, okay. Me and Ram's house, he may still be here. He was here for a little bit. We did a video of us auditioning to take over for Stafford Cup. I don't know if you saw that video a long time ago.
Jesus Christ, no.
It was incredible. And then we put out a video of us playing basketball, and that one probably should just be deleted because, oh my God. Dumb, dude. It was so fun.
No more of that. Anyway. But no, it's something that I'm looking at already when it comes to see how mock drafts are changing now that we've got a day. Oh no, that's nothing for. Sorry, that's not going to be up there. I just had it. Yeah, because a lot of people are thinking
we were elite.
It's hard to imagine them taking a corner in the first if they stay in the first. I mean, I wouldn't be mad at it. I mean, there's still some top corners in there. Do you like?
It's absolutely a possibility. The Rams go corner. I absolutely.
You imagine
that's real.
them plus Colton Hood, like just a young, just complete young corner. Like, all right, cool,
dude. I also think like there was it Steve Palazzolo or whatever, former PFF guy. He was the one that was talking about, he was like, watch the Rams move up and just get the sickest player in the draft this year too. And it was like, at first I was like, dumb comment. It's like, we're not going to do it. And then I was like, wait a second. That actually might be real. The only thing that I could think that the Rams won't trade up for anybody is if they feel like they can trade out of 13 and pick up another one for next year. Because I don't think that's impossible. And if the Rams can do that, if the Rams trade out of 13 and grab another one for next year, dude, every other GM is going to be on the phone with Les to be like, I got to know what you're doing, man. Like, what do you know, man? What do you know? So, yeah,
it's just absolutely stupid how they could run laps around people this year. I'm curious to see, has it been an update for the Rams over under for the next season?
For win total?
Yeah, for win total.
It jumped a full game by adding McDuffie.
What is it at? 12.5 now?
It was at 10.5. It went up to 11.5 on the book I use.
When the draft is done, if they make some like it's just a killer pick where it's just like that's not fair. what like over under 13 and a half. Like I'm being honestly sincere that you should literally be over under 17. You should be a juggernaut on paper. And I said it on stream Friday where I was like, there's no excuse. Like you just have too many resources and you have a big chip on your shoulder. And from everybody telling me at Super Bowl row who like knows the Rams that McVay was pissed off 2 weeks later still, like legitimately pissed off 2 weeks later. Like, yeah, go get it done.
This is so funny that the Rams are, well, now it's changed. The Rams and Seahawks are tied for Super Bowl odds, according to the book that I use, not a sponsor. And then, but the Seahawks, it was funny because this morning, Rams were favored to win the Super Bowl, but the Seahawks had better odds to win the NFC. And it was like, I don't think you guys know what you're saying.
Oh, God,
like that doesn't make any sense, guys. So it's like, how do we have better odds to win the Super Bowl, but you have better odds to make it? That's dumb.
Win the NFC. Like that should be goal number one. Like legit goal number one. Win the NFC. Like obviously we're going to win the Super Bowl, but one thing at a time. Have home field advantage in the playoffs, please.
That would be so nice, dude. We've been ripped from having SoFi playoff games the last 2 years, bro. And we were supposed to have one. That's the worst part, is that one of them was scheduled to be at SoFi, and it didn't happen. And then last year, obviously, it just felt like we were a better team than needing to play on the road. It felt like we were not a wild card team, but we were. So there's that. Yeah.
I mean, they got to
one win at a time. I will push back Muad'Dib, because we can talk about whatever we want. Okay. If I only want to talk about week 5, that's not going to impact week 1 through 4. I promise.
Win the West.
I don't think he's saying that though.
I'm looking at. I'll grab one more guy's photo here. There's some major options. There are definitely some fan favorites. Getting back to the draft conversation wise, obviously Mekhi Lemon being one of them. The USC connection. I'm starting to come around on, now that you got the corners at least addressed in the free agency. So like Les said last week, so that way at least you're not reaching, you're not desperate when it comes to the draft and grabbing somebody that you need and then forcing a rookie to play such a vital role. Now you just take best player available, let them have fun, let them develop. And I like the Mekhi Lemon pick, offensive weapon, adds firepower. We can sit here and think, it's only needed to supplement Puka and Devontae. Well, as aggressive as Puka plays, injury. What if he's injured? Like my little collage I got here for you.
This is sick, man. There's only one person on this that matters, though.
I know you. I know who you like.
My boy.
I know who you like. But what if my worries about Tay are true, or what if the hamstring was a buildup? What if he was hampered a little bit? What if he's hampered again next year? Now you're relying on, Konate Mumfield to hopefully take a leap in year 2. No, go get a guy. Mekhi Lemon, I think, would be a phenomenal fit, big game breaker. But what if there's other guys there? Like, what if they trade back and take Sadiq? What if Jeremiah Love falls? Because 2 top 10 teams got running backs today.
A team that I was totally talking about was in the running for Love, just picked up the Super Bowl MVP. So
that's a starter. I can't imagine they would spend that much capital on running back, but what do I know? I would love all 3 of those offensive players, but what if they stay put and they're like, you know what? We think Cassius Howell or whatever edge is available. We think this guy is the best player in the entire draft. Whatever they saw, they loved it. What if they add a Cassius Howell? What then? I like the fans to be mad.
You shouldn't be. When your team adds good players, you shouldn't be mad about it. Cassius Howell, man, as a A&M fan, that is like the only college team that I watch. Just, whatever. But Cassius Howell is one of those guys where I was actually watching him all year. It was like, yo, this guy is sick. Hoping that nobody else is noticing this. It's like, I hope it's just me and Les that can see how dope Cassius Howell is.
He's so good.
Man, we were talking about it just offline, just via text or whatever like that. And I was telling you, one of my favorite things about Cassius, man, is his first move. His off the line, it's so difficult to get your hands on him. And we've got, guys in the division, maybe not for long, and guys like Trent Williams, but guys like that, as soon as their hands are on you, it's like you're probably done. Like you're out of the play now, man. So like to have a guy that has that Aaron Donald-esque of like, don't freaking touch me.
I got you. I got you.
Then I mean that's.
I'll find it for you real quick.
Thank you. Yeah, that's like to have somebody that's got that like don't touch me, get your hands off me kind of thing, is phenomenal. So I mean, I think he's gonna do well no matter where he goes, I think. But there's something about this Rams rotation that just gets me excited to have somebody else added into it. And if that's a veteran or if it's a sick rookie, then I'm cool with either, man. But yeah, check out my boy Cash's.
It's a little blurry because it's from a YouTube
watch
clip.
The right tackle here, man. Watch it. This is a football player. He plays football. Watch him here. Scoop. Nothing, dude. He's pushing air, man.
What bothers me is how he bounces into his bounce and then evades. Yeah. So that guy's reaching for Casper about right here.
Dude, he straight up like he squares up with him and then bolts, man. He sets him up and then moves around him so quick, man. I absolutely love it.
What's up? Welcome back, Edwin.
Emphasis on the win. What up?
Yeah. It like, you know how fast you have to be to make another grown man reach for air and completely miss you?
He's out here playing patty cake with nobody, bro.
So
that's awesome.
The level of athleticism and like Byron Young, an incredible, like 1% of a 1% of an athlete. Jared Verse, also in a different way, 1% of a 1% of athlete with how strong he is. Neither one of them can move this way.
That square up was so quick too, man. So subtle.
The part that freaked me out most was after he made a miss. He bites on the running back and it has enough explosion to reach back to the quarterback after he.
Yeah.
That he down me to play on both guys.
That's almost like that play where it was like that read, that option read in college when Aaron Donald just tackled the quarterback and the running back. It was like, all right,
literally,
I don't care who's got the ball. You all both going down.
No, yeah. Like the reason, like, maybe Cassius Howell isn't a fit, even though he's a stand-up end. He's roughly same size as Byron Young. There's more guys outside of the same four we keep seeing gravitated towards the Rams as like, hey, this would fit, this would work, because we don't know what their draft board is. We don't know what the vision is. We don't know who they're going to pick in the fourth round to be a backup to, another guy. Mm-hmm. Like who had the Rams taking Terrence Ferguson and was like, nope, this is the pick. This is exactly what they're going to do. Nobody knew that. I did not have Jarquez Hunter on the board at all. I just think that if you're in a position where you don't like the picks, the package offered to you for whatever reason to trade back, and you have to take somebody like an edge rusher, I don't think that's a bad thing. I know there's areas of need that fans want to see the highest pick taken, and hey, that means he's a starter. Like the rich get richer, bro. Like if you can roll out like what the Eagles did, like the Eagles just had just a flurry of names to throw out quarterbacks. They're like, oh, Jalen Carter's hurt. Here's Jordan Davis doing the same thing. Like it was a little unfair. You could do the exact same thing.
Yeah, man. It's what a spot to be in right now, by the way. I'm not trying to click on everybody's comment, my bad. I'm not trying to distract everybody.
Everybody gets them.
Yeah. But it's what a spot to be in where you have the opportunity to just sit at 13, wait around, and then just look up at the board and be like, who's the highest still up? Him? Okay, got it. Or more realistically, in my opinion, is Sean, Les, maybe it's Cliff, maybe it's Chris, maybe it's somebody else falling in love with somebody right now. That is absolutely happening behind closed doors. This team is falling in love with somebody, and it's nobody that you expect.
Oh, I think
that's just what history tells us, man. That's just what history tells us, that this team is falling absolutely head over heels with one of these prospects, and they will do whatever they can to get them. And it's going to be one of those players where we take him and you're like, we don't even need him. And it's like, yeah, this isn't for 26. Like this is like, he's going to get some reps late in the season or something like that. But it's like, this is for after this era falls apart, like they are saying that it's going to happen.
Nah, you don't know what you're talking about. I know exactly who they fell in love with. How do you look at this guy and not want him?
Okay, first of all, very easily. I don't even know who this is.
Let me see your best Mackay face. Let me see it.
Oh, that's it. Hold on.
Yeah, let me see it.
Closer.
Oh no. I love this. There we go.
That was very bad. I'm sorry.
There we go. I mean, I got lost immediately. No, I think the reason I'm kind of almost higher on Lemon now. This is a long-winded, like somebody asked the question like 10 minutes ago. What we do with the 13th pick. I would be cool with them taking Lemon. I think wide receiver 3 is a cool thing to do. It gives you a special teams filler. I think organizationally, bringing in the top USC guy would be great for the fan base. I think there's a lot of USC fans who are not like big Rams fans or big NFL fans. And I think you win them over a little bit. Like a lot of people who love their Trojans, die hard, alumni, people who just support it because they love SC. They're going to start coming to Rams games to watch the boy. They're going to start wanting to collaborate. They're going to want to start their kids will become Rams fans. And I think that's great. Multiple birds of one stone. Absolutely love it. And then Tony, I saw your question come in. I would love Anthony Hill Jr. Like that dude is just a pure football player. I think him next to Lamon would be phenomenal.
Yeah, man,
that's from Texas, Joe.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I didn't know. I just that's the thing too. Is it like because what is happening right now is changing everybody's opinions on the draft, and that is the one thing too that I'm like. That's why I don't care about the draft until it's time to draft. You know what I mean? Like it's like we can hype it all we want, but it's like also we were talking about it's like Rams have to go corner at 13 and 29. Well, now we don't even have 29 anymore, and we also signed another corner.
They did go corner at 29.
Yeah, technically, yeah. And then it's also not even free agency yet. So we could also see more additions where it completely shifts our draft strategy. So that's why that's another reason why I don't care about mock drafts. Because it's like, dude, there's too many things to happen before we get to that. That's like trying to do a schedule breakdown right now. And it's like, well, we don't even have it yet. It's like, yeah, but I'm going to go over it and say what games we win and which ones we lose. And it's like, well, yeah, it's going to change though, right? Like, because things are going to change. Yeah, it's one of those. This game's really close, by the way.
Who's playing right now? Sorry, I missed that part.
Nuggets and Thunder.
Oh, it's a good one. My Jason Tatum's back and life has been good again.
Jason?
I made me lose my thought.
Good. Tuna with some lemon. Look at that. That's so stupid, but I love it.
I guess I'll just roll out what I've been working on for Muad'Dib because he actually asked a question and let's pop it in. We're gonna pop this into as a poll later on the show. But I want you guys to start thinking, what's a good nickname for this duo?
Oh, we need games to play. What are you talking about? We need to see him on the field first. What are you doing?
No.
Yes.
We need a nickname. We need a nickname.
See them on the field, bro.
For Watson and McDuffie?
Yes. It's not like a nickname like Bobby Trees that makes perfect sense because his name's Robert Woods. This is not one of those. We need to wait.
Not Island Boys? We can't do Island Boys?
That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life, Tuna.
That was Muad'Dib's idea. That's what I was working on. Island Boys for Watson and McDuffie. Anyways, yeah, that's for info fill-in for anybody confused by what legal tampering period is.
That's the dumbest.
Free agency doesn't even start until Wednesday. That's when Watson is officially on the Rams when they can sign pen to paper. Legal tampering period. The NFL just got sick of fining people in the weeks leading up that they give it a 3-day grace period. Because free agency period opens and everyone has their contracts ready. It's like sometimes this shit takes weeks to negotiate. Yeah, like everyone's tampering. Like I don't. Anyways, that's what legal tampering period is. It's
sometimes they're like don't talk about business and not business settings, and then meanwhile, friggin' in Cabo, it's just business going down. So that's fun.
No, we're just golfing. We're not talking about a 4-year, $108 million contract.
Yeah, no way, man. Kyle Shanahan, bro, go to bed, man. Nothing's gonna happen tonight. You're good. That's one of my favorite stories ever. That they're like this guy.
Super Clamp Bros. That's a good one. That's a good one.
I think that's pulling a little bit too much from Janoris Jenkins times. Clamps.
What?
Clamps. That was his nickname.
Saviors of the secondary. That's a great one. That's a great one.
Army of two. from Edward.
Army of two. Hopefully it's not an army of two. But yeah, is there any other free agents that are, left from that flurry from today that would make sense for the Rams to go after? There was quite a few deep names that I was hoping the Rams would look at, and they didn't end up not getting them. Trey Greenlaw's out there now.
That's the name I was going to mention, actually. That's because they brought back Singletary, which is a great move for Denver, honestly. But yeah, they dropped Dre Greenlaw after just 1 year being in Denver, former 49er. So that's one of those things too, that like as teams start signing people, we're going to start to see some cap casualties as well leading up into Wednesday. So today, well, probably not much more today, but tomorrow and early morning Wednesday, we very well could be seeing some more names. But Greenlaw is one of those guys that kind of popped up out of nowhere for me. I fully expected him to be back. He's just one of those guys that when he's on the field, he is such a freaking wrecker, man. He is a pain to deal with, but it's when he's on the field, and that's the issue. He's got the injury concerns, but I think a part of it's because he just flies all over the place. Like that kind of player gets hurt because they're so all over the place. But also, and I don't want to sit here and just say like the Rams trainers can keep people healthy. We're geniuses there, but it also kind of seems to stand kind of true that something that the Rams are doing in their preparation and their recovery is helping in the injury sense.
I don't know if it's the practice setting or the health, the nutrition or whatever it is, like the days off for veterans, whatever it is.
Recovery, man. Recovery.
Yeah, I hope Dre Greenlaw doesn't go back to Santa Clara. That would be very just annoying to deal with for the games that he is there. But yeah, I just took a look. He only played 8 games last year. I think he missed the playoffs. I can't remember if he returned in time, but that's the point is like you saw the impact it had in the Super Bowl when he tore his ACL or tore his Achilles. So he's hurt. Like he's got a lot of injuries, but is he a guy that potentially, hey, he's making some money from Denver? Do you sign him on a 1-year flyer just as a competition piece to where it's like, hey, shoot him $5 to $7 mil. You're making other money there that puts you over $10 mil for the year. You're now competition with Omar Spates and Dolak and whatever rookie they bring in. Oh, and Troy Reader. Sorry, Troy Reader.
Mm-hmm. He wasn't in the playoffs.
He's such a game wrecker that I would love it. It's just you can't hope a guy stays healthy, and I don't like using that injury prone tag because sometimes like it is just a fact of like there's nothing wrong with your body. It's just you play so hard that you put yourself into more of those circumstances where like something weird just fucking happens, like a freak accident. Like, oh, I'm gonna go run on the field in the Super Bowl, the moment of my life, and I'm gonna snap my Achilles. Like, I'm sorry. Even as a Rams fan, that's brutal. That's horrible. Fair.
That's actually what I used to say about Cooper Kupp is like he gets hurt because of the way he plays, because he is like doing everything to not be tackled, and these maniacs are doing everything to put him on the ground, and that kind of battle can lead to hurt. That's beautiful. Put that on a quote. Put that on a t-shirt.
Put it on a t-shirt.
That kind of battle can lead to hurt.
Edwin, you missed it, buddy. You're tripping in late, baby. Damn. Joe Cardona.
Another Joe. Joe's taking over the world.
Yeah, quick recap because I know we got some folks joining in mid, probably missed the opening. Joe Cardona, one of the free agents that were signed today. He played under Bubba Ventrone when he was in New England for a little bit, so some familiarity, which I like. That's cool. They're bringing in guys outside of the McVay web that probably would never, get a look here.
Really interesting stuff here, man. I'm just gonna pull this one up. I want to talk about this for a moment. This is rather interesting stuff, actually, that we are kind of getting from the Joe signing here, which is that there is no St. Louis remaining in this roster.
Oh,
I didn't
think about that.
Quaid, he's not under contract for this year, so it very well could be rest in peace to the St. Louis Rams here rather soon. There is still St. Louis Rams in the league, but as far as on our roster, come the start of the new league year, officially over. So yeah, that's kind of crazy, man. It's nuts to think that that Jake McQuaid technically made it as the longest, not consecutive St. Louis Ram, because he did, of course, return, which would mean Rob Havenstein was that guy. And then if you look back to the St. Louis Rams and the final Los Angeles Ram that was on that team, do you know who it is? I was just going to give you the answer, but it's it was Isaac Bruce, the Reverend. He spent his rookie season in Los Angeles and then went over to the Rams in St. Louis. So he was the final remaining LA Ram, which is funny because it's like in my mind, it's like Isaac Bruce was not an LA Ram. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of crazy to think about. So yeah, it's kind of nuts, man. It's one of those things that, I mean, I'm 34. You know, I became a Rams fan when they were in St. Louis. So that those eras will always kind of, I think I'll hold on to them a little closer, and partly too because they were terrible, and that like helped me defend. You know, it's like when we're seeing it a lot in politics right now. When you're forced to defend something, you dig your heels in real hard, and you like will believe it. So like when people would be like the Rams suck, like you suck, you know, like it'd be like no, this is my team, you know. And so that was like that really.
I put a hex on your first child, you bastard.
It straight up dug me in to being a Rams fan. Being in high school and seeing them, I think total in high school, the Rams won. It was like 12 games during my high school, all years, which is crazy to think about. But like that really dug me in, and that is one of the reasons why today I am like immovable. It's like I don't care what you. Stan Kroenke could fight my mom, and I'd be like, man, that was messed up. But man, I hope through those
he got some like, good hooks in there, though. He got some good landings in there.
Yeah, man. So it's just one of those, man. It's kind of crazy to think about, man. So actually, with that being said, I'll tomorrow maybe I'll rock my I'll rock like a Bulger jersey or old school St. Louis something tomorrow.
Ooh,
that'll be good.
That makes sense.
That
makes sense.
Yeah.
Looking around the league, I keep refreshing. I don't think anything is happening right now.
Probably about done for the day.
Yeah, probably done until early morning. Anything they're working on tonight, they'll probably announce it in the morning. I know Schefter and those guys, they still gotta get to work. What I want to ask you though, was there anything around the league, non-Rams fan, that surprised you or made you go wow at all in regards to free agency?
Yeah, just one signing by our our enemies up north, which would be adding wide receiver Mike Evans to the San Francisco 49ers roster. Obviously a necessary move for them. Obviously Ayuk, he hates the 49ers more than we do, so that's cool. And then obviously you just kind of like they just haven't really had any like consistent weaponry really. So yeah, they needed it. They needed a veteran, I think, in that world. So Mike Evans, my sister is a big Bucks fan. I'm a big A&M fan, obviously. So I remember tweeting her when when Mike Evans got drafted to the Bucks, and I was like, "Yo, you just got a sick ass player or whatever." And she was like, "I don't know who that is." It was like, "You will." And now she's like got his jersey and stuff like that. But yeah, man, Mike Evans. My Kevins was her fantasy team name for a long time. That was cool. Yeah, man, it's one of those things that it's like I didn't necessarily want Mike Evans on the Rams, and I'm also not necessarily angry that he's in San Francisco. I just think it's a necessary move for them. I just don't think it's that much of a needle mover, if I'm being completely honest, man. He's incredible. He's going to make some plays this year, but as far as like an overall season this year, I don't think it's going to be anything where we're like, oh my God, Mike Evans did that this year. Like, I think it's going to be like, oh yeah, he had some good plays, but overall, I think that's what we're looking at.
One of my closest friends, shout out to Art up north. He big Niners fan. His first text was Evans already tore his knee getting off the plane. That's the tweet. That's the text I got from him.
See, that's a dumb tweet though, or a dumb text because Mike Evans has been historically
he's a very good player.
Really healthy. Like just last year that he got hurt.
10 straight 1,000-yard seasons, whatever it was.
He's the Steven Jackson of wide receivers. It's badass.
I think I keep it real about the NFC West opponents when they do good and bad things. Like, you got to be honest. Like, if you're going to critique the division,
of course,
I do like the move. I don't think it's as like everyone's equating it to D-Hop to the Ravens. Like, this is his version of that, where he's like, all right, he's kind of washed. I don't think that's the truth at all. Even if he's not going to be their version of Devontae Adams, where he, holds the NFL record for the season for it, not record, is the league leader in touchdown receptions for the year. but he's a constant presence. He's the veteran. He's almost like a reset for their wide receiver room.
Yeah.
What the hell what is their identity? One, on offense, two, in that wide receiver room. Since Debo left, like Ayuk has not been the guy. So I think this is necessary for sure.
Well, and you look at that room too. It's like you're gonna have a guy like Pearsall now working with a Mike Evans instead of being like the best guy on the team. You know, like that's just a good thing when you bring a veteran. That's just one of those things where things can get, you know, good for other people, because it's those things too. It's like it's questions on the sideline, like I think I told you about that one where Kevin Curtis was talking to Torrey Holt on the sideline, and he's like, man, every time I'm cutting, he's cutting before me, it seems like. And then Torrey Holt's just coaching him up on the sideline. He's like, you're dipping your shoulder, you're giving yourself away, kind of thing, stuff like that. And it's going to be those little things that Mike Evans like, oh, if you do this, like take this step here, hit his hand here, and then you're good. You know, like it's going to be those little things in a game where his true like impact is felt. And Mike Evans has always been a guy where I think he ends up in coaching. I'm not sure how long he plays. I'm actually a little bit surprised he's still continuing. I thought that this would be it. But I do think he ends up, this dude played with Manziel. You know what I mean? Like, which is crazy, because then we can look back on that and be like, oh, he made Manziel look so good.
I had to stop and think. I was like, wait, did Johnny leave did he have a preseason stint on the Buccaneers? I forgot the A&M connection.
Yeah, man. And that was at A&M, and that was the best freaking time ever. But yeah, man, Evans is going to be one of those guys that I think is just a veteran presence. I think that as far as statistical, you know, presence, I don't think that's going to be as prevalent, but I think that his impact will be felt on the Niners. I just don't think it's going to be more like 1,200 yards and 12 touchdowns. I think it's going to be more for like 550 and 6 touchdowns or something. You know what I mean?
Oh, I think more than that. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he like just got 1,000 yards, mainly because I think
not like to go deep. They like jump offs.
No.
If McCaffrey gets hurt, then I agree. If McCaffrey gets hurt, then I agree that Mike Evans could go off. But if McCaffrey is healthy all year, then Mike Evans isn't going to do much statistically.
I don't know. I just think, what do you need? Like 80 yards a game to eclipse 1,000, like 70, 80 yards a game. I think that's totally doable. I think you get
doable, but I just don't think it happens. I think he's going to have some games where he's got like one catch for 5 yards.
Maybe we add this to before the season starts. Maybe we're going to have to do some prop bets on some players and stuff around the league. I like that idea. So we'll add this to the list. To the list. Some things we disagree on. But add to your point of having a veteran, like what that does for the younger guys, like it's a real impact. It's not just, okay, I'm here to take your job. Like what Devontae Adams has done here in Los Angeles, it's a copycat league through and through. Not just coaches copying each other, players copy each other on other teams and inside the same building. Because when you see, if you're Konate Munfield, you come into the league, you've got your skill set. You see Devontae Adams on TV do all these things. You're like, how? Like, he's doing things I didn't know were possible with his releases, with his cuts, and now he's teaching you how to do it. All you need is a veteran who can do it, show you how to do it. Now you believe that you can do it all the time. And so it's a just monkey see, monkey do type thing. It's awesome. Like, Konate Munfield's release package is going to be so much better. Unfortunately, that means the wide receiver room for the Niners is going to get better. So it
absolutely does. Yeah, adding Mike Evans is definitely not a detriment to your team, that's for sure. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Anytime you can add a true veteran presence. I mean, adding Matthew Stafford didn't just make our quarterback better. It made the whole team better. That kind of presence in your locker room, the whole team got better. That whole the energy that he brought into the locker room is that it hit every single position grouping. So Mike Evans is another one of those where he's going to make Brock Purdy a better quarterback. Because now he's going to be like, yo, when I was with friggin' Tom Brady, he was doing this. When Jameis Winston liked to do this, and Baker liked to do, like, he's got that experience now where he can pull from all these different things. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's not a bad thing for sure. I just don't think statistically he's going to do much this year, because he is on, like, even when he did play last year, you could tell he's not the same Mike Evans.
And it sucks seeing that. That's something I never, ever want to see to one of my favorite current players. And I'm not even going to say his name because I'm not going to wish that on him. I have to say, bravo to the chat today, everyone tuning in. I have been laughing as quietly as I can over here. Kamal right now, who has the blood sacrifice for the Niners.
Yeah, dude, that's a good question, though, because somebody did it last year. because there is zero reason why the most injury prone, again, we hate that term, running back in the history of the NFL gets the most touches of all time and is just fine.
They were stripping parts off of other players to just keep adding, just shoring up his immune system.
I'm telling you, man. Yeah, that substation, man, wasn't working hard enough, man. How do we donate to that thing? That thing pumping harder, man.
Give it to our players. Aiden had a good question here, and I think that's a good one for. I'm not sure how long you wanted to go tonight, but I think reeling it back to free agency for the Rams.
Where this is at. Where's the question? What time?
6:54 p.m.
54. Sorry, I'm on 7:54.
Oh,
there we go.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm in the future, dude. You don't even know what it's like at 7:55 p.m. You don't even know.
Tell me what it's like. What is it? What is it like? It's like
a little darker. It's a little darker. That's which cornerback do you think we bring back? I still think we draft one, even if it's not the first round. I absolutely agree with that, Aiden. As far as which cornerbacks do I think we bring back, I think we might be down to Forbes, Wallace.
I got the list for you here.
Oh, cool.
I got the list of the free agents so that we can narrow it down.
Oh, swag. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think the Kobe Durant, Kella Witherspoon, Roger McCreary, and then obviously D Will retired.
Oh, McCreary. I do think McCreary comes back. I don't think that DK comes back. I don't think that Kobe Durant comes back. I always forget sometimes that his name's actually Kobe. I used to call him that early when he got drafted. It was Kobe Durant, and then it was just Kobe. So it's kind of funny. And then Akello, I don't imagine he'd be back. I'll be honest. I have no hatred towards Akello, but I see no reason to bring him back. I think he would get very lost in this fold right now, especially with the additions we've just made. Durant as well. Durant, I think, had a bad year. He flashes and he has some plays where you're like, oh my God, but overall, not very consistent.
I don't think he's meant to be like he's shown his ceiling, and maybe it's wrong, maybe it's different. Funny, I did tell you, I did see Kobe Durant randomly in Glendale, I think last weekend, 2 weekends ago. Just walking through Glendale Mall, and I was like, Kobe? And he looked very confused and very unsure of a white strange white man walking up to him, acting like he knew him.
Yeah.
Just told him, hey, big fan, hope to see you at camp. Dapped him up and kept going. But it was like no one was bothering him. And it's always that fun thing of like seeing what level of superstardom somebody is. Like,
yeah.
How far you can go where you can still go outside and like not be bothered too much.
Yeah.
Out of these, I do hope Kobe Durant is back though.
He's the least likely in my opinion.
I think because of the changes that they're making, I think he has an aggressive enough mindset where he just needs some different guys around him, like having Tay show the receivers things. I think if you have McDuffie and Jalen Watson kind of, I don't want to say, I mean, they're all like the same age, but you're showing your colleagues some new things. I think he could fit in that system. I think he's got the tools where he can do it. Is it likely? You are right. I think it's probably unlikely. I would like it to be probable.
Well, and let me say this too, that there's two sides to this decision. It's not just if the Rams want him back, he's back. It's very realistic that especially with these two moves the Rams have made, that Kobe is in a situation where he's like, why would I want to go back there and be the fifth corner? Like, let me just go play somewhere. Like, and that's what I think is the most realistic part of that aspect is that why would he want to come back in a loaded room now where he's blatantly getting shoved down the depth chart? You know, if I was Kobe, I'd be like, yeah, get me the hell out of here, man. Like, I love y'all. Love everything you did. Go Rams. But yeah, I'm going to go play somewhere. Like, you know, and I think that also he could get more money than the Rams would be willing to spend. And I think he can get more play time than the Rams would be able to offer.
You know, the other reason I want him to come back, it's harm reduction, because you know where he's likely to go, if not here in LA.
Harm? What the hell are you talking about, man? Stop pretending like this guy's so good, man. I'm putting my foot down, man. I've been nice this whole damn time. When has Kobe Durant been good, man? He flashes. He's got good plays here and there, and then that's it, man. He's got like one or two sick plays a season, and that's all he gives, man. No, I don't want him back, man.
Time out. Hold on. Okay. Get
out of here.
We reel it back. I'm not. I think the assumption is that I think he can compete.
Let him go to the Bible.
CB 1 or 2. I think he's a phenomenal role player. I think he's shown he could be a pretty damn good role player when the shit around him is right. last year's shit around him was not right. He's asked to do a lot more than he's capable of doing, 1,000%. But now I think with
it's been identical every year.
I mean, when's he had like an elite secondary around him where he can really just be a role player?
Well, then we can go find out when he does somewhere else. I don't know, man.
Well, what I'm saying is a small school guy who probably didn't have a lot of reach to begin with. He stayed in LA, works in a niche system. I think he goes to San Francisco. I think he just teams back up with Raheem Morris. You like your guy, you want your guy. I just think it's never fun when your guys leave to a division rival, regardless of how good they may or may not be. That's it.
That's fair. That's totally fair. Yeah.
Is that okay? Is that okay?
Yeah, that is okay. I accept.
It's allowed.
I just don't think he's as good as people think, honestly. And it's just one of those things where, hey, if he's back around, then I hope nothing but the best, man. I hope that he just shuts everybody down. Just historically speaking, and watching him play, it just doesn't happen. He plays very loose. He gives up a lot of catches. And again, it's those couple of plays a year that I think kind of keep him in this memory area for Rams fans, where they're like, oh, but that was so sick. Like that pick he had against the Bucks was unbelievable. That pick 6 against the Broncos was unbelievable. The playoff, like stuff like that, I think it gets kind of wrapped in our heads where it's like, yeah, you're talking about 4 plays though. What about the other few hundred where he got cooked? You know what I mean?
Incredibly opportunistic around the ball. Like he has opportunistic is like parallel with lucky, if we're being honest.
Sure, mildly. I'll give you mild.
Yeah, that's how I'm meaning it, because how he gets his interceptions, when you watch him, it's like an overthrow and he happens to be there.
Yeah,
it's like he has a weird way of putting himself around the ball in like okay ways that turn out great for like 4 or 5 plays, like you talked about.
Richard Sherman was really good at that. A lot of his interceptions were thrown right to his chest.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
In the right place.
Yep.
Well, I do want to ask you: is there anybody on this list that you're dying to have back in blue and yellow for the Rams?
I mean, obviously, we're just waiting on whatever the numbers are going to be for Troy Reeder, since he's immortal.
I wasn't expecting you to say that. I'm sorry.
How? Dude? Obviously, Troy Reeder for president, bro.
Special teams captain, baby. Atwell's gone. I'm assuming Nick Vanette. I mean, if they really liked what he did as a camp body. Quessenberry, old. Do you need him? I'm sorry. I'm turning 35 this year. That's not old. He's a veteran.
McQuaid's not
35-year-old veteran.
Yeah.
Ronnie Rivers.
I love Ronnie Rivers, man. I do think based on last year, him being not brought back and then brought back like in preseason, I think is one of those where it's like I don't think we're really pushing to keep him that hard. So you can tell when there's NFL breaking news because we both look down on our phones.
Yeah,
it's not important. It's not important to us. Panthers had Devin Lloyd. That's whatever.
Rams weren't getting him anyways.
They're actually they're doing a good job. I think the Panthers are doing a good job. Raiders.
It's exciting.
By the way,
I will say that.
Garoppolo would love to have him back as QB2. Oh yeah, Ronnie. We didn't finish that, I think. But yeah, I think that he goes because of how we handled him last year. We kind of seemed like we added him late as like we'll add back. Like,
I mean, depends on what they do in the draft as well. You know, what if they get, back to fantasy land? If they get Jeremiah Love, Blake Corum is now your running back 3.
Mr.
If he exists, or Williams is here. Different conversation. DJ Humphries.
No.
Okay. Jimmy Garoppolo.
The way that Humphries looked when he came in for Jackson was like, oof, we cannot do this. Like this is not going to work.
I will say, I don't know if I'm just biased because I knew his age coming into camp, but when I watched his reps at camp, like his game speed looked different. Like I don't know if it's just how he moves. Maybe he looks slower because he's so big. He didn't look like the same speed as watching like Aaron Jackson play.
If you're talking age, though, I think Quessenberry looked better in those early reps than Humphries did.
I'm sorry. Humphries for some reason aged pretty rough. McQuaid gone. Troy Reeder,
immortal.
Is this the year? No, he's coming back. Nick Hampton, 26.
This one, I like Nick Hampton a lot. I'm not sure if he again, that's another one where it's like I feel like he may be the one where it's like, let me go start somewhere because I maybe can, like I think that there's a lot of teams that he could fit into where he could get a lot more reps than he would with the Rams. And football players want to play football, man. There's a lot of times where people's motivation isn't just to stack up as much money as they can to sit on the bench in full gear. A lot of these guys want to go play. So that aspect of it. I mean, he's also though an RFA, which means the Rams have a lot of freedom here. Is that window closed?
I think by Friday. I think by Wednesday. I think that's part of.
Okay.
Yeah,
because the Rams, he's restricted. So is Kier right there, and so the Rams can bring him back really easy with like the ability to just be like, "Nah, you stand, like you're good." Like,
so, and it's a comfortability, but like you said, like maybe he wants to go somewhere else, and I think he's somebody who can play like 7-8 years in the league. Like he's got the ability, he's got the body type,
he's good.
It seems like passion.
I like Nick Hampton a lot, actually. I think he's really good.
Give him a fucking pay raise. If he's only making league vet minimum there of $234, if that's just what his rookie deal was, bring him back, dude. Give him $500,000. Give him $1 million. Give him a payday. Throw him in the rotation. Let's see if he's improved. I'd love that.
I just got a text from Rams House, so I want to read it to you. It's a stat about Jalen Watson.
Okay.
Says the Chiefs were 4th in passing DVOA with him versus 30th without him last year. Pretty cool. His physicality stands out, and the CB2 gets to reunite with Trent McDuffie. The Rams DBs go from bad to legitimately good. The Cam Curl re-signing looks great too. That's a big jump. I know you're not a big guy. That's not a word. Not facts. It's one of the one of these weird rankings things. The DVOA.
Yeah.
I know you're not thinking of that, but 30th without him, 4th with him. That's dramatic. That's pretty cool.
For we talking about McDuffie or Watson?
Watson.
Interesting. I would expect that from McDuffie. I know. I mean, the Chiefs are not one of those teams where like I watch every single one of the games. Obviously, you watch a good amount of them because they're in prime time. But the Spags system, and I am really hoping that the Rams replicate a shit ton of it, despite that they've got name brand star power that we know on defense now with Verse, now with these two corners, Quentin Lake's getting his name out there a little bit more. Spags defenses the last few years through these Super Bowls, outside of Chris Jones, like somewhat nameless, like just a bunch of guys that everyone in Chiefs Kingdom knows is really damn good, but it's like their own little secret. They're like, no, don't look at our guys. I want the Rams defense to be that way, where only people in Los Angeles know who the hell they are, and somehow they're just like good every year because they're just like, oh yeah, that's a Shula defense. Of course it's good. That's what I'm hoping for.
Karlaftis was one of those where it was like, as soon as he got his contract, I was like, what? Like, it's like I didn't even really recognize the name, and then I look at his stuff and it was like, oh no, this guy, of course, yeah, he earned that. That's badass, man. Like, that guy's dope.
And some guys are just like, they athletically don't look like, oh, why is that guy getting 100? Like, why is McDuffie getting 100 million? It's because he's going to play really well in the system. Like,
yeah, that's the thing too.
That's what he's worth.
The Rams specifically will go for guys that they feel like just fit what they want to do. And McDuffie's also one of those guys that is just like, what is your system? What do you need me to do? I will crush it. Like, that's like the attitude he brings into.
Show me who to hit. Show me who to hit.
I'm going to say too that I think that the ultimate wild card on the Rams defense is going to be Nate Landman. I think that we kept on saying every single week, it was like, we're good, another punch out. We're another punch out. And then it's just like, okay, he's playing good, but we really want some flash, you know what I mean? So Matt
I know
Gay to the Raiders.
Who?
Matt Gay to the Raiders.
Interesting.
We used to high five every time we get a kick.
The next few days are going to be interesting to see how exactly stupid. How exactly they want to upgrade and what they think of their current players. We'll see what they think of Nate Landman. If they touch absolutely nobody, if they're like, nope, we're not touching anybody until the draft.
No.
Or even if they
That's not going to happen. He is a captain green dot and just got paid. But I just think that he needs to play better than he did in the second half of the season.
Yeah. And I mean, they could shore it up still because is Omar Spates the starter next to him for sure?
Yeah, we can absolutely see a shakeup there. I love Omar, but yeah. Or is it Is it going to be oh man, why am I blanking on his name? Undrafted guy out of Buffalo last year, inside linebacker.
No, not Milano. What are you talking about?
For us, dude. What the frick is his name?
Oh, Sean Dolak.
Yeah, Brolak, man. Yeah, or is it going to be like one of those things where, Rams house had me. Is it gonna? Everybody had me. Oh my god, everybody knew. I'm an idiot.
But, everybody knew it.
Is it going to be one of those things where in camp and stuff like that he's just playing so much better than everybody else? Where you're like, oh yeah, he's our starter. Like, yeah, he's the guy. Or I mean,
so.
You never know.
You have to hope so. And then the last bit I'll say, I don't know if you want to get out of here, is back, like circling back to what we said with the defense by committee. What if they don't trade back? What if they do? Regardless of what they do if they have a first round pick, like I wouldn't be surprised if they go edge, if that's the best player available and they like it, because it does inherently solve a problem of right now you get a situational pass rusher if he's that good, like a Cassius Howe. Cassius Howe could line up against any NFL defense or offense right now and be an impact player and like be productive. It saves you from the future, because what are you going to do about Byron Young? Because Odafe Owe just signed a $100 million deal from going from almost said San Diego, going from LA to Washington. That is
listen up, everybody. Tuna's got a great point.
Oh, sorry. I mean, that's potentially what you're looking at. You're going to have to give Byron Young potentially, if he has 8 or 9, 10 sacks, he's going to have to be asking for like $80 to $100 million. Are you giving that to him, or did you already solve that problem by drafting someone this year?
Exactly. If you can rotate people out and you're keeping your insane talent on rookie contracts, you're looking absolutely incredible. And then when you get those guys where you need to hit, like, or you need to pay them like a Puka or something like that, it's like, cool, we can do that, because that's not something that's been like blowing up our lives where it's like, oh man, if we could only land a decent wide receiver. It's like, no, we found one. Keep them for as long as you can. Give them a 20-year contract today. Like, just with no outs.
Just have infinite fifth rounders. What are you talking about? Like, just get fifth round picks. That's where they all are. That's where all the good wide receivers are.
We talked about that. Me, Peo, and Rams House talked about that like ad nauseum, where we were just like, well, we just traded this guy for a 6th. Well, that guy's going to be a future Pro Bowler, so cool. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
So we nailed those. Hell yeah, bring on the 6th, man. We need them.
But this is how people are confused on how salary cap casualties happen. Like what the Chiefs, like how come the Chiefs didn't sign either one of their guys? That what the Rams might be in with the edges in a year or two. Like you have to decide, like somebody is going to sign Byron Young or trade for Byron Young, and you'll probably be productive, and somebody's going to be like, why the fuck would the Rams let him go? It's like, because they got like 8 guys on the line. Like they have so many.
Yeah, because parity exists in the NFL, and that's a good thing.
And it's not an overpay if he makes $100 million, because if whatever you are able to negotiate and a team is willing to cut that check, that's what you're worth. Like fans' feelings don't matter. That is what you're worth. Like there's never an overpay. Make all the money in the world. But for what the Rams get out of him and potentially can, I think that's a hard contract to, unless he has like 18 sacks this year, then I'll shut the fuck up.
Well, that's
I'll
the
be
thing.
The first to shut the fuck up.
Is it that we're in a spot now, because there was a lot of chatter about Byron Young and his potential future with the Rams, which is crazy because that just came from the fan base alone. Like that, that there was nothing from the team that was like, I don't know, man, maybe Byron Young is on the trade block. Maybe if we're fielding calls or something like that. It was like Rams fans being like, we could probably get rid of him. We'll be all right. It was like, hold on. Like, maybe that's not even a thing. Maybe they're already working out a new deal right now.
Like, probably going to be announced tomorrow. No, I know exactly where it's coming from, because I voiced the same things. It's their attachment to Jared Verse. Like you assume Jared Verse is like, as long as he's somewhat productive, he'll get it. I assume so. First round pick, and the impact is there. You've seen him make impact plays at certain points. Not when you wanted it last season.
We also traded one of the previous first round pick with other first round picks to get rid of him. So I don't think that necessarily counts.
I hear you, but the attachment from the fans is to Jared Verse. They commercially see him as like elite, like, hey man, you gotta go hang out with Aaron Donald. Like the attachment's there. He's the superstar. So unfortunately, Byron is like the Robin, and at times, like when I'm watching the film, like he does disappear at times. Like some of the traits that he struggled with coming out of Tennessee because of his path, they show up sometimes, and he kind of disappears.
Mhm.
And that's not what you want from a guy, from an edge that you might have to give 30 million a year to. You want him to be a game finisher. So we'll see.
Yeah, and then commenting on Jared Verse as well. I mean, we kind of saw where his weaknesses were this last year, that he was kind of bringing one trick to the show, and it was kind of like, all right, well, if you stop his bull rush, you're probably all right. So I think he knows that. He's not an idiot. Coaches aren't idiots. Teammates aren't idiots. So I think it's totally realistic that right now, we're in March right now, that he's working on other tricks, trying to add to his bag a little bit. I don't think that's impossible. If he's a legitimate pro, he is. Like, I mean, right? Yeah. I mean, we're sitting in here when we're not on show trying to talk about how we can get better at this. You know what I mean? If Jared Verse and the boys ain't talking about how they can get better at football when they're not on the field, then they're probably not Rams. Let's be straight up. You know what I mean? Like,
he's just no, they're just sitting on the. I'm imagining Jared Verse and Byron Young both at home, like feet kicked up, twirling the phone cord, talking to each other. Like, what pass rush move are you gonna do? No, what are you gonna do?
It's like, I don't know. I might do a swim. Like,
what are you gonna do? But yeah, man, that's. I don't know. Nothing else is going on tonight.
Yeah. Hey, anybody who's listened to Ram Showcase for any amount of time, hit me up this week specifically. 10-year anniversary episode releases on Sunday. I've been doing Ram Showcase for 10 friggin' years. Ram Showcase is a kindergartner, and that's wild. No, a fifth grader.
You have a kid.
It's Congrats. A fifth grader. Ram Showcase is a fifth grader, man. That's crazy. So yeah, if you want to participate, Paul, I specifically did reach out to you. I commented back to you. I see you in here, man. Yeah, hit me up and we can figure that out. If you've been a Ram Showcase listener for extended period or any amount of time at all, yeah, I'm including fans on this episode. So be sure to reach out and get you in there.
Yeah, make sure you hop on, show your boys some love. 10 years is a long time to be doing this.
It's crazy, man. I started and the Rams had they were blue and gold. They had Jeff Fisher, head coach. It's a very different team than when I started doing this, man. It's crazy. That's fun. This episode's gonna be really fun, by the way. It's a very memory lane kind of vibe to it.
Yeah, let's get some Muad'Dib in there.
Yeah, hit me up, dude.
Yeah. Let's I got a list of stuff to trail out here. If you guys are not, if you're new here, like, subscribe, show some love. And if you're a regular, love you. Appreciate you guys. What I'm going to trail off listing here for you is from Twitter. I've said we do need a nickname for McDuffie and Watson, even though you say no. I'm going to read off some of these options because they're just funny.
Okay.
First one, Doc McStuffins.
Terrible. Go on.
I don't get it. I think it's hilarious.
I don't get it either. That's why it's terrible.
I'm going to save my favorite one for last.
Okay.
CG Ruthless says KC Rams, like just on the nose. Like, yeah, that makes sense.
CG is so ridiculous.
Law firm of McDuffie and Watson and put them in suits for a graphic. McDuffman and Son, Dread Corner, and then my favorite, the Waffle Trouble.
I actively dislike all of those. That's crazy. I don't like any of those, man. Like,
that's why I love them.
The attorney one feels very AI. That sounds like a thing that AI would pump out for you if you asked for nicknames. Legitimately, I feel like you could do that. Hold on, I'm gonna do
until we're told otherwise by the Rams themselves. I'm going with Island Boys.
Give me
Island Boys are here in so
for the new Rams cornerbacks.
God, I'm so excited.
Trent
for the season.
McDuffie.
While you do that, I do have to just say that out loud again. I am so excited for this football season already. Like, I cannot wait for that email to apply for training camp credentials and to be there the first day. It's so, like, the energy last year was so fun. This year is going to be insane, like with more star power, higher expectations. I cannot wait to be there. So excited.
Okay, well, this actively went dumper. What am I saying? I talk too long. There's like the Lockdown LA, the Pacific Lock, Horn Lock. These are awful. These are right in line with what was suggested already, though. Duff and Lock, Watts and Locks, the Duff Watts barrier, the Watts and Duffy. There are a lot of lock. The Clamp Crew. That's on there. the Pacific no-fly zone, which would get made fun of so hard, especially as a person in Colorado. They would not let that. They would not let me. They would not let me say that. I mean, they'd be like, "Shut up, dude. That's our thing."
Nah, it'll be something. It'll be like the LAX special or something like that. LAX is shut down today, thanks to McDuffie and like, Watson.
I liked Los Angeles when we got Talib and Peters. That was
I forgot about that.
Yeah, Los Angeles was fire. I liked that one a lot. But that one again came from them. Talib tweeted that. So that's also what I'm waiting for, is to see if they have one.
Do we find that and just bring it back for them? Like Los Angeles is back.
Dude, I had some fire graphics from back then, dude, with some like master locks and stuff. It was pretty corny, but
hey, maybe off air we discuss bringing that one back. We just say screw it.
Oh no.
Oh, because of the LX comment. We're on the list now.
I've been trying so hard to stay away.
I've been on the list.
With that, yeah, let's what are we fading out here with, man? You gave your nicknames, which no one added any.
Duff, Watt, and Lockett.
Yeah, we gotta go, man. Let's
get out of here.
Should be something horn related. Yeah, there's two of them. That's weird.
Let's get faded.